You know, a long time ago, we rejected God as a nation. Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't be political or we shouldn't vote or anything like that. I believe you should vote, but notice something here. 1 Samuel 8 and verse 6 says, "But the thing displeased Samuel when they said, 'Give us a king to judge us.' And Samuel prayed to the Lord. And the Lord said to Samuel, 'Hearken to the voice of the people and all that they say to you, for they have not rejected me, but they have rejected,'" excuse me, "they have not rejected you, but they have rejected me, that I should not reign over them.'" It was a rejection of God when we said, "Give us a president, give us a king to rule over us." God wanted us to be self-governed, and we have failed miserable at that. So from this moment when we said, "Give us a president," the only choice you have from that point forwards is the lesser of two evils. You know, the lesser of two. Did you know that 40% of Christians don't even bother to vote? That's the reason we've got what we got in the White House today. Because 40% of Christians don't even bother to vote. And there's all kinds of self-righteous Christians running around saying, "Well, I'm not going to choose between the lesser of two evils." That's the only choice you've got. From the time that we said, "Give us a king to rule over us," from that day forward, the only choice you have ever had, is choosing between the lesser of two evils. You look at this candidate, you look at that candidate, and you say, "That one's a little bit more godly, and that one's not godly at all, so I'm going to choose the one that has a little bit more character." That's your only choice. Your only choice. Revelation 11 and verse 15. "And the seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven, saying, 'The kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his Christ, and he shall reign forever and ever.' And the 24 elders which sat before God on their seats fell upon their faces and worshiped God." Listen, this is party time here. "Saying, 'We give thee thanks, O Lord Almighty, which are and was and are to come, because you have taken to thee thy great power and has reigned.' And the nations were angry." Why are the nations angry? Well, I guess the same reason most people are not that excited about the return of Christ. These people have had a good thing going on for 6,000 years, and they don't want to give it up. You know? You got a bunch of fat cats out there, fat cats getting rich off false religion. You got fat cats getting rich off our entertainment, and you got a bunch of fat cats getting rich off in the government getting rich off the taxes of, the poor people, whatever. I mean, so they don't want to give this up, is my point. Revelation 11 and verse 18. "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that you should give rewards unto your servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear your name, destroy them which destroy the earth." Now, I said I was going to tell you the most important thing that occurs at the return of Christ. It's found right here in Matthew 24 and verse 30. "And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trump, and they shall gather together the elect and the four winds from one end of heaven to the other." This is talking about the resurrection. That's why the Christ's return is important, because he's going to resurrect the dead. How important is that to you?
Check us out on the web at isthatreallyinthebible.com.